If you're in the market for a new exhaust, you've probably seen the Megan Racing NA for the BRZ, and there are not many reviews on this exhaust that I've seen, so I'm going to be the one to take care of you guys today. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. When looking for an exhaust, it can be a lot of work and trouble to find reviews and sound clips, and sometimes certain exhausts you just can't find any information on at all. So I've only been running this exhaust for 3 days now, but you don't have to be running an exhaust that long to be able to review it to a good extent. So I'm going to be the one to take on the challenge of reviewing this exhaust because I could not find many reviews on this at all. So the version of this exhaust that I have is the Megan Racing Exhaust Type NA or something along those lines. It has two mufflers and it has a resonator in the mid-pipe. The mid-pipe is a 2.5-inch diameter. It goes into two mufflers and two 4-inch tips. This one has burnt tips on it, so it's a little bit more stylish, if you will. Now, right now, if you can't really hear it, it's because that exhaust that we have on is not very loud. And that is a reason that I personally am not a big fan of. I like a loud, aggressive exhaust. When getting this, I was hoping this would be as loud as my stock piping with my muffler delete, but that was not the case at all. This is significantly quieter, and I would say that this exhaust is probably legal in most places. Most exhausts I feel like are not legal, but this one I feel like it is because it's really not loud or aggressive. My car has a popcorn tune on it. I have plenty of videos showcasing that if you guys do want to check them out. But with this, it kind of just sounds like when I had my muffler delete on, it completely sounded like gunshots. So volume wise is crazy different here. These mufflers on this Megan Racing exhaust do a lot. A big thing with exhaust is tone, and I think Megan Racing completely nailed it on this one. The tone on this exhaust is I don't know if you can hear it because it's very quiet, but this exhaust note is just perfect. It's super deep. There's no rasp. It's very just deep and rumbly, and it sounds fantastic. I just personally wish the volume was 15 times louder, but tone-wise, it sounds amazing, and it's not loud enough that if you're cold starting, it's gonna wake up your neighbors, because this is a very quiet exhaust. Now, I did not get this exhaust brand new. I did get it used. So if you guys have already seen it or haven't, go back into my videos of when I say I'm picking up my new exhaust, because I do show off what I have. Now, the one I got is not in the best condition, but it sounds 10 out of 10 still, and it sounds like it would have been brand new. It doesn't sound any different. But quality-wise, the welds looked beautiful. I don't know much about welding or welds, but these ones you can appreciate because they were perfect. Everything you could tell was super secure, and everything just looked fantastic. So I'm gonna give the build and tone a good 10 out of 10. Now, not everyone likes loud exhaust. I'm a special snowflake in that sort of sense, but I like it loud, and this isn't that loud or aggressive for me personally. I've already said that 5 times. I'm just really mad that it wasn't as loud as I was expecting. Now, I do have a catless front pipe on this car that is a just, straight shoot pipe that's wider than stock with no cats. So mine is louder than yours would be if you're running for stock pipes. But I'm gonna say it's a very OEM plus because it's more aggressive than OEM, but not overly aggressive. Then again, I might just be desensitized and used to these crazy loud exhausts. So before I was running stock mid pipes and just an axle back muffler delete, and it was loud, but it didn't add any performance. With this, since I am adding a bigger mid pipe, the Megan Racing one definitely does add performance to the car, and you can definitely feel it. How much? It's probably 5 horsepower, and everyone goes, oh, it's not worth it. Well, I feel like with an NA car like a BRZ FRS or 86, 5 is definitely feelable when these cars don't have that much power. It definitely makes it feel a lot more peppy and responsive, which in my opinion is fantastic. If you are a person who is into hot boy things like the popcorn tune, this exhaust is definitely not good for that at all. As I said before, it just sounds like loud puffs. So my girlfriend was behind me the other day, actually today on the highway, and she said she could hear the exhaust. It was kind of loud, but wasn't like overbearing like my other one was. But when my car backfired, she said she could hear it, but it wasn't like cool sounding. It just kind of sounds like air puffs. So if you're a hot boy and you're trying to do a popcorn tune, this exhaust is not the one for that. I'm assuming anything with mufflers really isn't going to be the best for a popcorn tune. Maybe an NVIDIA N1 or N2 would be good for it, but definitely not this one. And I'm also going to do a sound clip video tomorrow, so you guys can hear what it sounds like. Mine's gonna be a little bit biased because mine has a catalyst front pipe, so mine is gonna be a little bit louder and a little bit higher pitched than everyone else's, but you should get a rough idea if you have stock pipes anyways. Price-wise, I believe this exhaust starts around $600 to like, I've seen this exhaust go from $500 to $900. I got it for a good deal because I got it used in not the best condition, but I have the titanium tip option or the polished tip or the blue tip, whatever you guys want to call it, the burnt tips. There's so many different names for them. And I personally love that look. Everything in my car is black and red, so it doesn't really match anything, but I just think it looks so dope. Now, unfortunately, with these only being 4-inch tips, it doesn't really fill out the entire exhaust cutout on the rear valence that well. It looks good, but they could be bigger. If it was a 4.5-inch or a 5-inch, it would definitely fill it out more and be more Hot Boy-esque. But at the same time, I feel like if your tip's too big and you're not having the sound improve it, it looks kind of weird at the same time too. One big thing I really do like that Megan Racing did with the design of this was they took out all the swirlies and everything. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you ever look at the back of a BRZ with most exhausts, it has a very low like mid pipe, and I don't know why they do it. Megan Racing kind of stuck everything really high up with this exhaust, so the mid pipe is shorter, the axle back part is longer, so it kind of tucks up more. Before, your lowest part was your exhaust. I've never hit my exhaust, I don't think, but I know a lot of people that have, and the previous owner of this exhaust hit it a lot, but they rose this one up a little bit more, and that might be because it has mufflers, I'm not sure, but they definitely designed it well that it doesn't like scrape and hit everything that you're doing. Overall, I really do like the exhaust. It feels really good performance-wise. It looks super dope. Like, I love the burnt tip option. I just think it's a good look. It sounds very good. The main reason I just don't like it is because of the volume. The volume, I'm gonna give it like a 2 out of 10. And if you look on like ratings of decibels, I'm pretty sure it says that like when you're matting it, it's like 110 decibels, but actually I think it said maybe 105 decibels, which is supposed to be pretty loud, but when you're in the car, you don't even hear it. Like, you can, but it's easy to like tune out. With the last exhaust I was running, if you want to listen to music, you have to listen to it on at least volume 10 or 15. I can listen to music in here at volume like 5 now, and it's weird. Like, before, I'm just used to yelling, and like if I'm trying to talk to the person next to me in my passenger seat, I had to practically yell at them the whole time. And this car, I can actually hold a conversation quietly because there's no cabin noise. And that is a big thing with a lot of people, because the thing with the BRZ is, I missed a shift going up a hill, don't judge me. A lot of things with the BRZ, a lot of people complain that there's a lot of cabin noise, which there is. This car has ridiculous amounts of cabin noise, but this exhaust isn't gonna drown you out. It's not very aggressive sounding, but it does sound very good. I'm probably gonna take it off because I like my cars super loud. I like being that annoying, obnoxious neighbor in the morning. I just can't help it. This car was the first car I've ever had that was loud, and I've been running it loud for 2+ years, and I've absolutely fallen in love with that. So I'm probably gonna take this off and maybe sell it, or maybe I'm going to try to actually finish my exhaust, get headers and a new overpipe, and put this one back on, because I don't want my neighbors and everyone else hating me, and I want to be able to daily the car still. This is definitely a very dailyable exhaust because it isn't overly aggressive, and it gives you the performance that you would expect from a decent catback. So I'm gonna give you a quick like review update thing. If you want a deep sound, you don't want it to be overly loud, then get this. If you don't need pops and bangs, get this. If you want pops and bangs and you want to be louder and you want to be noticed and you want to be seen, this one is not for you. It looks good, it's just not loud, and that is the main takeaway. Out of most exhausts that I've heard in person, I think this actually sounds one of the best I've ever heard, which is saying a lot because I've seen and heard a lot of exhausts for this car. This one is by far the best sounding. As I said before, I already have 2 other videos on this exhaust. When I picked it up, I do a slow-mo reel of the entire system and kind of reviewed what it looked like. I have my install video, which installing exhaust on this car is not hard at all. It's a very simple process. It's literally 2 bolts, 4 bolts if your axle back is not connected to your mid pipe, and it's all hangers. It's super simple, which is dope. I'm going to make a sound clip video probably tomorrow because people like sound clip videos and people want to hear the exhaust, so I'm going to make a sound clip video most likely tomorrow. Well, I'm going to leave you guys off here. I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas. It's a lot of work. So I'm going to leave you guys off here, so if you guys please do me a few things. 1, come back tomorrow. Check out the other videos if you haven't seen them, if you've gotten this far. I have on day 4 now. I'm going to be going daily vlogging for hopefully all of December if I can keep up with it. So comment, like, subscribe, keep doing that fun stuff, keep doing you guys, stay motivated. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and peace.